Alright guys, welcome back to Project GoodSpeed. On today's video, we are going to be replacing the washer nozzle system in the little hatchback here. Now since I have a backyard special, I actually don't have one in the rear, so I had to DIY my own. But let me show you guys what I've got here. I actually had to go to the junkyard to pick up the ones in the front. And it was a lot of walking. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean these while I show you guys. So we're looking for Civic stuff and CRV stuff. More importantly, today, we are trying to find a washer nozzle that fits my hatchback, and I got a few selections. I'm looking at this EK model here. Is it EK? No, I think this is a newer gen. It's probably the 7th gen. Damn, this one's gone. Oh shit, the hood's gone. I can't use that. Wait a minute. Found it. Wait, these are also the ones I don't want, so what am I taking them out for? Let's move on. It's a 4-door, you'd think there'd be some parts left. Damn. Look, you want to cop that. Honda. Look at that. Oh, great. Oh, no, wait, there it is. Damn, it's okay. So this is the shitty ones again. Now I only need these as a reference, so I'm gonna go ahead, compare this to a few other cars here, see if I can get something that matches. Let's check it out. 2004 Honda Odyssey. And it looks pretty damn OEM. You know, like it looks like it might fit on my little hatchback. And more importantly, those nozzles look adjustable. Whereas this here does not. They are a little bit different though, but we're gonna go ahead and see if they fit in that EJ sedan here. As you can see here, this one looks a little bit bigger than this one, but just slightly. Let's see. Clips on. Is it noticeable though? It looks a little bulky actually, just a little bit. Now in the previous video, I actually wanted to install the rear pump for the hatchback here because it never had one. I don't have the reservoir that came with it, so I decided to, drill a hole, and that didn't go too well. I kind of overshot it and it is now leaking. That is not a small leak. Yep, I knew it. But look, it's fine. We're just gonna keep going. I just decided to go ahead and install those pumps for now in the meantime while I test out these washer nozzles, because this one I believe is from a 2004 Honda CRV, which you'll be able to tell by that 90-degree bend in the hose line, and these are from a CRV, which weirdly enough, the Hondas are very I guess either they replace them often or they're all different, because I couldn't find a uniform style in all of them. This CRV one has the little spray pattern that flattens them out, but like a bunch of the CRVs and a bunch of the Hondas only had the ones I have now, which are like the 2-prong ones, which are not that great. So I'll be able to give you guys a reference point of the Odyssey ones and the CRV ones. The ones in the junkyard, the Civics had like smaller, thinner ones with a little bit more of a pronged style look, and they were a little lower profile. But these are actually a little bit bigger, so I don't think much will change, at least to me. So that's a good thing. So the first ones we're going to start off with are right here, the Honda Odyssey ones. Let's try these out first. Now, these are pretty easy, to replace, and I wouldn't pay too much attention to the color difference because I can just, hit this with a coat of paint. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, this is definitely a lot better. Just look at the spray pattern on that. Oh man, it's getting me. I just need to, so this is a good pattern. This one's not that good. I just gotta align it. Let me see which way it's shooting. Okay, so it's shooting down. That's good though. It's good to know. Look at that. Woo! You guys see the spray pattern? That's what I'm talking about. I know I can rotate them. There we go. Just gotta be careful not to break them. I adjusted them a little bit better, so they should be more in line. I lowered the driver's side one. Yeah, that one's not pumping as well. But the pattern's good, and more importantly, I'm able to actually clean the windshield. Just like nothing. Which is much better than the little spritzer lines that you get from the stock ones. Now, we're gonna try out the Honda CR-V ones, which are these, and these look a little bit more promising because they have like a flatter tip on the top, so it should spread the water out better. And these are the CR-V ones. Oh yeah, these are definitely better. Just look at that. It's like it's raining. Look at that. Other than that last spray, but I didn't really hold it that well, so. It's good to know though. So it actually looks like both of these overspray. So actually these don't move at all. They have that flat edge on the top, which I kind of thought helped it move, but it doesn't. So it just sprays the water. I think that just kind of like spreads the water out and keeps it flat, but it doesn't actually move. So you can't adjust it that much. But, you know, the direction and the spray pattern is good enough. Solid. Fucking solid. This is a lot better. I'm keeping these. Spray and wipe. This is what I want. These are definitely worth buying. But to be honest, so are the Odyssey ones. They are at least adjustable. And I think I just managed to get one that was kind of busted, to be honest, because I thought that the lines were kind of having to do with why it wasn't putting a lot of pressure on that one, because this one is closer to the source than that one is. So I thought that might have been it. But with these, the pressure looks pretty uniform. So I think I just picked up a bad passenger nozzle, and that's probably why. Both of the ones that I got at the junkyard are still a whole lot better than these in my little hatchback. I do not like this spray pattern, you know? It's not effective. Oh shit, man, they just squirt water everywhere. This is not even close to being accurate. The water all lands in one spot, and the wipers get dried out when they try to, you know, wipe away the windshield, so it's not good. But with these, from the Odyssey, right, you can actually adjust them. And the best way I found to do that is to kind of just wiggle it back and forth and kind of just dance it up and down. If you manage to pick up a decent pair, you actually get a lot more effective range on these than the ones from the CR-V. With all that being said, we can get away from the OEM stuff because, you know, even though these are from other different models, they are still Honda, so OEM. We're going to move on to the rear nozzle, which is a DIY one, and I've actually tested out this nozzle using my water hose just to see how it works, because like I said, I didn't install the pump, so I couldn't figure that out, but it's in there now, so we're gonna go and give it a shot. Damn, that's a good little jet. Now we can actually go ahead and focus on the rear one, because not only did I need a washer nozzle for the back because I didn't have one, I also needed a rear wiper. Now while I'm addressing, you know, the washer system and everything, I might as well, I thought, address the wiper I have here. And what I managed to do is I managed to go online and find a small kit for the Honda CR-V replacement. And this one comes with, let me show you guys, I think it's two wiper arms, right? And they are a direct fit to the Honda CR-V. Because like you guys might know, I bought a CR-V, so I figured it's a good idea to replace all the wipers when I bought it. Luckily, came with an extra one here that I'm going to be modifying by just taking apart the blade part of it and just modifying my Honda CR-V one. I mean my little Civic one, which is pretty simple enough. It's just two wires that hold it into place, right? These two wires here that are kind of exposed there. That kind of just sandwiches the rubber part, because as you can see, there is no rubber here. When I was working on the Honda the other day, the motor actually turned on and I just heard it scraping. Look, there's just like nothing. This is the new one and this is the old one. It's just flat, just straight flat. So looking at the CR-V one, you see one end has a flat end here where the wires kind of just stop. The other end also has one, but I think we can just get rid of that, cut it, and then just glue it down the middle and we can modify it. As you can see right here, this is where it should end, right there. So we are way too long there. We're gonna have to just cut that off. In order to keep it from moving, we're just gonna put a little dollop of glue here on the end. We've now glued the end so nothing can slide out. And the best part about this solution, right, is that it comes straight from Amazon with a 2-for-1 kit, and it'll actually function for replacing my Honda CR-V one and the EG hatch one. So I'll have extra ones, you know? Just like that, it is done. Look at that. OEM, at least now I won't be scraping. Now look at that. You can barely see that. Let me see. Zoom in on that. Glue to save the day. Check it out. And for the rear ones here, I managed to go pick up one from Amazon because I don't have one at all. The Backyard Special kind of limits my options here. So I just needed to find one that was kind of flat enough and kind of discreet enough to where you wouldn't be able to tell. But most importantly, I needed it to be adjustable in case I couldn't get the fitment down right. At the very least, I'll be able to adjust the nozzle here and make it spray wherever I wanted it. Now where I'm going to mount it is going to be right inside actually. This is the little nozzle here, which I actually had to clean up yesterday, well last night. So now if you guys remember a while back, man, they are playing that music loud. If you guys remember a while back, I was having some leaking issues, and I think that might have been the culprit right there. All right, I got a leak somewhere. And also in here, you guys can see that droplet right there. Yep, can't seem to close this cap. But now that I have cleaned this up, and I think the paint was just keeping it from making a good seal, I now cleaned it up and it should be held on there pretty tight, so it shouldn't go anywhere. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna have to get some tape and put it on those flat surfaces so that I can glue it, and you should just be able to see it sticking out, just like that. And all I have to do is adjust that nozzle. Now you really want to make sure it's 3M. I need both hands for this. I need the right one. Just like this, and it should adhere once we push it down with some good old pressure. Now the best part about this mod, right, is that it's low profile. You can't even see it, you know? Like, you have to get right under there to know that it's in there. And already I mistook it for the bracket. Look, you see the bracket before you even see that nozzle. Well, that's that one. So it's pumping. Great, another problem. So the pump is priming, I can hear it, but I don't know if it has to do with the leak in that area, or maybe it's clogged, or maybe it just doesn't have enough juice to get the water pumped all the way through to the back of the hatchback and actually use the nozzle, right? So, because I took out this line here and there is some water coming in here. Well, yeah, there was. But I'm actually gonna test it here because I suspect that it is working. That's the wrong one. Yeah, there's definitely water in there. Look at that. Okay, so I think I found the problem. I basically just cleaned it up to see if I had a clog anywhere, and you can see it looks a lot redder now. And I actually unhooked it from here to see if I had water, and actually showed that I did have water. So the issue was from here on backwards. And sure enough, when I got to this line here, look at this. Clogged. Right in here, right at the edge. And I can see it's actually still clogged in there, so I'm going to clean that up a little bit, as well as this end here. Part of the issue is this is actually not just a regular fitting. I think it's like a filter or something, because so this is what I've been using to unclog it. It's just a piece of wire, and it doesn't actually go all the way through. But on the other side, has like a little springy thing on it. All right, check for clogs. We checked the lines, we cleaned them up. Let's go ahead and try out our rear washer nozzle. Finally, hopefully the battery isn't dead. Look at that. Oh. Damn, son. Okay. All I gotta do is just align it a little bit better. Yeah, the issue is that it's not designed to spray at this angle. So if you point it too low, shoot, I think I'm out of water. You're just gonna get a streak. But if you point it too high, the pattern just goes way overboard. See? But at the very least, I now have a rear washer nozzle, and it is actually somewhat effective. It just doesn't spray the way I want it to. See, it kind of just like sprays it down, and it just shoots it all the way down. See, the thing is I can straighten it all I want, but the angle is just gonna cause it to shoot this part of the window and just bounce off or streak down like it is. But at least you can see a cleaning pattern, which is important, right? You don't see any, you know, gaps or jumping of the washer blade here, so that's good. And more importantly, it is low profile and you don't even notice it, because I gotta keep this backyard special. Just like that, we are all wrapped up here. So I think with a combination of this brand new wiper blade that I kind of DIY made, you can see the glue is still holding strong right there at the tip, keeping those blades intact. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Hope you found it somewhat entertaining, and I am going to still work on the intermittent wiper switch issue. I just can't get it out of my head, you know. I don't think I have to tear down the dash to find a break in the lines, so I'm gonna go ahead and tinker around with some stuff, but that's gonna be for a future video. We're gonna move on to the next stage, which is going to be what exactly? I haven't figured out yet. I got a lot of stuff planned, only so many weeks in the year, so stay tuned until next time, guys. Take care and good speed.